guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here or more, you're welcome to Life of Sabel, where we talk about so many things: migration, my family life, motherhood. In fact, anyways, you're welcome to today's channel. Where please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a video. Without wasting much time, that like there's this japa wave, everybody wants to travel, like your neighbor is traveling, your church members, everybody is moving to the UK, and you are like, God, I beg go, or maybe God, where no. But seriously, there are a lot of things that you have to consider before moving to the UK. This video, seriously, you need to watch it. You just need to settle down and listen to what I say. If you have plans of coming to the UK, if you know say you want to japa, if you know that the UK, in fact, obodo yibo is for you, please take your time to listen to the things that I have to say, so that you don't come here and start sleeping outside. You don't come here and start doing, God, oh, show me mercy. Anyways, without wasting much time, let us begin. So, like the caption says, the things that you have to consider when you're moving to the UK. And number one is finances. Number two, money. Number three, finances. Number four, money. Guys, it's a very, very important factor. That's actually why I'm saying it first. Are you financially ready to embark on this journey? It's not because your church member is traveling or your neighbor is going. Do you think that the UK or moving abroad is right for you? You may have a very good job. In fact, you are balling in Nigeria. To a certain standard, you are balling in Nigeria. You have some necessary things that make your standard of living in Nigeria okay. And then you want to think, do you want to uproot that kind of life to come and live in the UK? Here it's quite expensive. If you're coming on a visiting on a student route, if you're coming on in fact any route that you choose to come in, it is quite expensive. So you have to consider, do you have that money to come to the UK? If you're, let's just use the example of coming on a student route. Let me just tell you what you can be mentally prepare yourself, what you likely pay for. First things, you have to pay for your school fees. Before you pay for your school fee, before you leave Nigeria, you have to pay your deposits. Sometimes your deposit for a school can go as high as £5,500. I'm just saying. So if you calculate that in Naira, you know how much it is. And then you also consider, they give you your cars and all, you now have to consider paying for your visa fee. You have to consider paying for your health surcharge. And then you now have to consider paying for flights. Abi, you have to consider paying for your tuberculosis tests. If you watched my dependent video visa, you know, I think I mentioned all these things that you have to get ready for. I haven't done a video for students, but I will do it very soon. So you have to consider paying for all those things. Do you have the money for it? And then when you say okay, you have the money for that, do you have your proof of fund ready? Do you have your proof of fund ready? If you're going to stay in London, the London rate is higher. If you're going to stay in other cities, it's quite lower than the London rate. So that one, you have to consider it. And when you also get your visa, or rather when you pay for your visa, your health surcharge and all, you also need to consider paying for your enrollment. This is something that most people, in fact many students, come to the UK and they forget, or maybe they don't know that they have to pay for their enrollment fee. And I think this enrollment fee, you have to pay it before your school will identify you as a student. I think you need your ID cards and all that, so, and maybe access to your school pages and website and all that. If you don't have if you've not paid for your enrollment fee, you will not. And this enrollment fee, sometimes it can be as high as £4,000. And most times when you arrive into the country, you need to pay it maybe within that month that you arrive. And so many students come here and they realize that, oh, they don't have it, and then it causes a big problem for them. So if you look at all these things you have to pay as a student, are you ready to actually embark on this journey? Because you need these finances, you need it to sustain yourself when you come here. This is me moving to another point, but yeah, you need it to sustain yourself when you come here. You know, they say, when you come, job day, na job, yeah, this, that. My brother, my sister, let me tell you, it's not as easy as it sounds. You can come here thinking that when you come, you will see a job waiting for you. Let me tell you the hard truth, guys. When you come into the country, first of all, you need to collect your BRP. There are some people that will come here and unfortunately, they are not able to get their BRP as at when they should. Ordinarily, your BRP card should be waiting for you in a post office where the address that you have put in when you're coming in. But you get there, you may not see your BRP, or your BRP comes with a wrong information, and then you have to inform the home office, and then they have to correct it and all that. That's already like, before, if you are unlucky and then it takes like how many weeks to correct that, then you're already short of time that you say, okay, you want to probably start working, yeah? And then another thing, when you now also come in, maybe unfortunately you don't have that BRP, or maybe you now have your BRP, but then you want to start working, you apply for jobs, yeah? There is no guarantee that you're going to get those jobs as at when you apply for it. Seriously, there is no guarantee. You can come in and it will take you up to 2 months to even get a job. Guys, it can take you up to 2 months. So you don't assume that, oh, you're going there and job yakba, money yakba. Seriously, it's not easy. It is not easy. So you have to consider that, and you need to sustain yourself. When you come in and all these things are not available, or rather maybe a job and all that, you're waiting, you need to sustain yourself pending when you stand on your feet. You cannot come in and then these things are not available. You sustain yourself during this period. So I feel like, in fact, the finances, it weighs heavily before any other factor. Accommodation as well, this is another factor. All these things are kind of interrelated. When you come in, let me just be telling you people the truth that you don't know. When you come in, if you are very lucky, and a family member or someone decides to house you, please be very, very grateful to that person, because housing somebody in this UK, it is not easy. Seriously, it's not easy. So when you come in and then you don't have a house to stay in, you don't have anywhere to stay in, let me tell you, you have to stay in an Airbnb if you're coming in. And then if you're not coming as a family of 5, family of 4, getting accommodation is not easy. You have to look for the one you want, and then because maybe you're a large family, sometimes some landlords will say they don't want some kids that are below a certain age. They don't like so many restrictions before you get accommodation. And then when you now, even if you're coming as a single person, you may not actually like get a house that you like, because there's some houses that you see them and then you don't like it. You don't want to stay there. So before you're able to find a good accommodation, 1 month has gone, 2 months has gone, you get. And maybe in all of this you'll be staying in an Airbnb. Airbnbs are expensive. They are expensive. So you have to consider where you will stay when you come. Some family members or even some people or whoever will tell you, guy, come, no worry, we'll wait you for airport. When you get to that airport, in fact, you won't even see breeze of that person again. By the time you have even landed in the UK, that's when that number will just go off. So what will you do when that happens? So you have to think, at least you should be able to have sufficient money to last you for maybe like 2 months. Maybe when you don't find a job and when you don't find suitable accommodation, somewhere to be able to stay when you come. Where are you going to be able to sustain yourself? That's when all these things it's come into place. So these are the things that you need to consider before moving here, so that you don't come and then you are lost. you are lost, and then you don't even know where to stay. You're so confused, and I hear that some people are sleeping in the streets. How will you leave the comfort of your home and then you come here and then you're sleeping in the streets? Guys, think about these things very, very well. Then another thing you should think about is location. Guys, you're coming here, please do your research properly. That's one thing people don't do. They will just say, my friend they here, make I they go, ma follow am. Do your research properly. Where you are going to, the jobs, is the place is it a bubbly place? Is it somewhere you can get jobs easily? Let's use like Nigeria for example. You cannot compare should I say Benue State or Kogi State, yeah, to Lagos when it comes to job and opportunities. That is the same way it is in the UK. It is not all the cities. Yes, everywhere is shining, everywhere is bright, but it is not all the cities that you have more opportunities. Some places are kind of dry, yeah, just like I said, Kogi and Lagos states. Some places are kind of dry, some places are really happening, like London. London is a very happening city, so you cannot compare London to maybe a very non-happening place in quotes. So when you come into and then you are in those kind of places, it will be difficult for you to start up quickly. It will be difficult for you to get a job. Yes, it will be very difficult. But when you're in places that are, yes, you will get jobs quickly, and then it will help you be able to save and all. Then another thing you should also consider is that you'll be doing 20 hours a week if you're a student. If you come in and then it's just 20 hours you have to work, how will you get the money? How will you sustain yourself? How will you take care of yourself? And also another factor to consider, guys, are you ready to live your soft life in Nigeria? Yes, some people are living really soft lives in Nigeria, very as in like they're the kings and queens, you know, they are so comfortable that coming here, when they come here, I think maybe the first few weeks, months, when things may not have stabilized or something, they will be full of regrets. Yes, many people come here and they actually regret it, but they don't know what to do anymore. They don't know if they can go back. Some people are filled with shame and they would rather stay here and just like waste away than actually go back to Nigeria. So are you ready to live that soft life and come here? And let me tell you, when you come here, for those that may not get a job immediately, or like maybe you're not getting a good job all the way from Nigeria, you're not coming here to do like immediately. It's just a very few people. Even if you're coming on a student route, I don't think anybody gives you like a full-time job because you have limited hours. So if you're coming here, the kind of job you would do is menial job. Menial job. Are you ready to be a cleaner? Yes. Don't say, you have a degree, you have a certificate. All these ones does not matter. Are you ready to do care job? You see, they say, you come to the UK and all. That is what happens here. Are you ready for all of that? You can be a big boy in Nigeria and all, but when you come here, UK will humble you. UK will humble you. So don't come. It's like I said, it's just luck that you say, okay, you are able to get a good job. And most times it's like after school and all. But yeah, you can still get like some good jobs. But I'm telling you, it is menial jobs. You'll probably be a waiter, a waitress. You'll probably be doing care jobs. You'll probably be doing cleaning. You're probably doing random odd jobs. You could be doing, yes, if you actually know that you want to be able to foot your bills in the UK. So you're not landing into a job of gold. You're not getting, even this one, they say factory workers, where they work like this, all their body go pepper them. Are you ready to live your soft life in Nigeria? So these are the things that you consider so that you don't live a life of regret. Many people come here in their youth, in fact, when they're even getting quite elderly, and then when they come here, they realize that more things are not as as it is. Things are not like it's been painted because nobody told them. But I'm telling you, so that you don't make a huge mistake, you don't live or prove the life that you have and then come here and everything seems very blurry and strange. At least if you're able to get this information, you'll be able to weigh your options and know that you're coming, and then you're coming like with a straight mind, like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So that's it. And then another factor to consider, if you're coming as a family, I will not tell anybody what to do, but if you're coming as a family and then you're bringing your children, you have to consider. In fact, this is the part I'm talking about, dependence. If you're coming in as a family, you should be able to support each other. UK is not the place where the man will sit down and say, you know, they go work, or you know, they do this one, or you know, if you do this, or you cannot watch your kids, or you cannot wash plates, or you cannot do the laundry. No, you have to be able to learn to support each other. In fact, before you even come here, you have to talk all these things, talk it through. I know that maybe you have kids. When you come, childcare is very expensive, very expensive. So you have to think, if you're going to work, one person has to stay and watch the kids. If you're going to school, somebody has to stay and watch the kids. So your kids, you should think, who will watch them? Who will not? When you come here and then this one partner is going to school, and then you're like, oh no, you can't watch the kids, so this one and that one, it's not going to work out as like, if you're coming here as a family, it's not going to work out at all. So you have to be able to consider that as a factor. You have to know that when you come, both parties have to be working. Both parties have to be working. And even if you're dependent, for someone that you have like more hours to work, unlimited hours to work, yeah, the dependents usually have unlimited hours to work. Everybody, you always have something to do. You don't leave one thing for the partner and say, I be man, no, I know if you wash plates. I be woman, no, I know if you do this one. Guys, you have to learn to support each other. When you come to the UK, you'll see people are doing, you're the man, you're doing laundry, you're looking after your children, you're feeding your the job is not for the mother alone or the father alone. So you have to think about these things, because I hear some stories, they say, when the woman can't come, or you say, they won't work, if you do this one, she just wants to be chopping. It will not work. It will not work at all. See that before moving to the UK is, do you have a plan? Like I said in the beginning, coming to the UK is not on vibes. You're not coming here on vibes. You're coming here to in fact, if you're not coming with a focus, a goal, just remain wherever you are. You need to have a goal. You need to have a focus. You need to be determined. Yes, you need to be disciplined as well. You can't come make money and spend it all on clothes. You need to know that, okay, you're coming, you're getting your masters. I hear that if you finish your masters, for people on student routes, if you finish your masters and you fail, you won't be able to get your post-study work visa. So people come here, they forget the book that they ask them to come and read and focus on only work. And this is even mainly as a result of maybe coming here without a sufficient finance. So you find yourself working, losing focus of the school you came to do. And then by the time you fail, you won't be able to get your post-study work visa, that the one they give for 2 years. You won't be able to get it. So do you have a plan? Are you coming to be serious? Are you coming to be focused? Are you coming with a goal? Are you coming to be disciplined? So if you consider all of this and you weigh all these options, I think without making this video very long and all, maybe this should be a good place to stop. Or maybe if I can also do a part 2 of this video. So if you have a question, if you have some comments, leave it in the comment section, and then we'll see how to maybe do a part of this video, so I avoid making this video very long. So guys, don't pack your bags without watching this video. Watch this video first so that you'll be able to know, is this japa for me? Is it me for japa? Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video, and please don't forget to check out my other videos. I'll put the link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.